Okay, so let's see. I'll open up this full screen. Also, if for some reason Jitsi jumps me off, I'll go and grab my other device. So stay tight with me if that happens. Okay, so good morning, everyone. Welcome to LisaBug Yoga for Aging Strong. This is the first week of October 2025, and we're having nearly record temps here in Minnesota. So I'm so glad you're here with me because you could be outside enjoying this and doing all kinds of other stuff, but you choose to prioritize your health and wellness and the LisaBug community. I love it. So we're going to focus quite a bit today on what's called binds. Binds is where we intersect some portion of our body together. So this would be a bind where we bind our hands. This would be a bind. A twist and wrapping our hands around would be binding. So we're going to practice a few of those different movements today. And one that we haven't done really before called the Tadaka Mudra. And that's where we interlace our hands. And a lot of times this is done on our back where we stretch up, but it does give the wrist quite a flexion. So I'm going to give you some options for that if it doesn't work good for your body. I have two sets of hand weights. I have my chair and I have my yoga strap. So let's come just to a nice strong mountain pose position. Your feet about hips distance apart. And when I say hips distance, I mean the front of the hips, not the outside of the hips. So right where your bones intersect right into the hip socket, have your legs be that far apart. A little bit of connection with your feet in the mat, kind of scrunch your toes up a little bit and try to lift what I call the suction cups of the feet up. So the arches of your feet should be gently drawing upward so we're not rolling in onto our arches. Standing tall. So we begin reaching and taking hold of the right wrist with the left hand here in front of your body. We'll inhale and bring the arms up. Exhale and take a side stretch, and you're gently just guiding that wrist over. Then we'll inhale back up. Exhale the arms down, and you'll switch, taking the left wrist into your right hand. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more on each side. Right wrist, inhale. Now, as you exhale, try not to lean over into your left foot. Keep your weight distributed evenly between both feet. Switch. So this is a bind, a wrist bind. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale down. So we'll add a little bit to this. Take hold of your right wrist, coming up any amount with your arms. Exhale to the side. Then we'll inhale back up and exhale to goalpost arms right in here. Then inhale, bring your hands to your hips and let your thumbs kind of press your hips forward. So you're in a little bit of a back bend. From here, we'll exhale and hinge into a baby forward fold, just with a nice flat back, lengthening the hamstrings. Then we'll inhale back up. Exhale your arms down. Take hold of your left wrist. Breathe in. Breathe out to the side stretch. Breathe in. Goalpost arms. Breathe out. Hands to hips. Breathe in. Press the hips forward. Your elbows pull back. Breathe out. A little forward fold. Breathe in to pull yourself back up. Breathe out to bring the arms down. Good. Take that left wrist. Breathe in. Side stretch. Breathe in. Goalpost arms. Hands to hips. Breathe in. Did I do the left wrist twice? Breathe out. I think I might have. Breathe in. Let's do the right wrist one more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Goalpost, breathe out. Hands to hips, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Breathe in and relax. So the Tadaka Mudra is to interlace your hands, and we breathe in and reach above the head. The wrists are flexed. So if this is uncomfortable, you're going to take a wrist bind, something that feels a little bit more comfortable for your wrists. Let's take that side bend over to the right. And breathe in. Goalpost arms, breathe out. Now breathing in, hands can go to hips like we've been doing, or interlace your hands behind your back and straighten your arms. Breathe in here, lifting your heart up, pressing your hips forward a little bit. Breathe out, take your forward fold. Now you might be able to come a little lower now that we've kind of warmed up. Breathe in to come back up. Breathe out to release the grip. Then when you intersect your hands, try to put your other finger on top. So I usually do my left thumb on top. So try to do your right thumb on top. I know it feels awkward. Breathe in, the Tadaka Mudra. Breathe out, side stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, either hands to hips or back behind you. A little baby back bend, pushing your hips forward. Breathe out, forward bend. Breathe back in as you come up. Breathe out to release. So we'll do one more on each side, either the Tadaka Mudra with your original thumb on top. Take it up. Side stretch right. Breathe in. Goalpost, breathe out. Either hands to hips or behind your back. Breathe in. Maybe take your gaze up to the ceiling. Breathe out. Breathe in, coming back up. Breathe out, relax. Oh, I feel like I need to just shake it out. We've got one more. Either grab the wrist or Tadaka Mudra. Switch the finger and thumb that are on top. Breathe in. To the left, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Great for posture. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back up. Breathe in. And resting. So we're going to add a little bit of balance with this. You might take your feet a little wider. So the Tadaka Mudra, or take hold of a wrist. Breathe in. Breathe out to the right, and then I want you to start to take your body weight off of your left foot until you can either touch your big toe or lift your foot up off the floor. Come back up, breathe in. Goalpost arms, breathe out. Breathe in, hands to hips or reaching back. Breathe out and fold. Breathe in and rest. Good. Other hand, other thumb on top and finger or other wrist. Breathe in. Breathe out into that side stretch. Then start to shift your weight into your left foot. Maybe we can pick the right foot off the floor. Side's my hard side. Breathe in. I gave it a good try. Breathe out. It's humbling sometimes, isn't it? Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And rest. Great. We're going to take a steeple bind. So you interlace your fingers. You've got one thumb on top, and then you've got this little steeple. Looks like a Charlie's Angels. I'll call it the Charlie's Angels, shall we? So let's take that one. Breathe in. Breathe out. Can you add your balance? Either tap that foot out to the side or lift it up. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, as we breathe in, take your hands back, and I want you to keep your left arm by your side and try to grab your left elbow with your right hand. So it looks like this. I'm going to call this the elbow bind. Extend the spine. Breathe in, breathe out, and take it forward. So your left arm is straight, your right arm is behind your back, and you've got a hold of your elbow if you can, or just wrap your hand behind your back. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out and release the elbow bind. Charlie's Angels. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe add your balance. There. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now this time as you breathe in, your right arm is straight by your side. Your left hand comes behind. You grab that elbow or bicep. Extend the spine. Fold it forward. Inhale back up. Exhale, release. Okay, one more on each side. Steeple or Charlie's Angels. Take it up. Side stretch. Option to add balance. Come back up. Goalpost or cactus arms. Left hand is straight. Right hand comes back, takes a hold of that bicep. Little baby back bend. Breathe out. Take your forward fold. Breathe in. And release it. Last time. Extend the pointer fingers up. Side stretch. Opportunity to shift your body weight into your left foot. Try to balance. Breathe in, come up. Goalpost. Right arm is straight, left hand comes behind. Take your elbow bind, breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in, coming up. And breathe out. Relax. What I really like about this elbow bind, I'm going to show you from the back, is when we do this and we do our back bend, I feel like my lower back right here is really being braced. So we're going to have the opportunity to do this with some of our other poses. Okay, I'm going to put my little knee padding down onto the mat to use it as an option for a kneeling lunge. And I'm going to use my chair for a down dog. So let's breathe in, no bind, just stretch up. Breathe out, put your hands to the chair or go ahead and swan dive your hands to the mat and step back into downward dog. I do like to use the chair oftentimes for my down dog. It just feels so nice to stretch the shoulders here without a lot of pressure on to the shoulders. Now let's come into a three-legged dog, lifting the right leg up any amount. Step that right foot forward into lunge and drop your left knee down to the mat as an option. Now you can keep it up off the floor, absolutely. And then let's take a nice stretch here with a Tadaka Mudra. So interlace your hands, stretch up, and then if it feels okay for you, bring your hands behind the back of your head. So your elbows are pointing out, and let your hands kind of support the back of your head as we begin to do a little back bend and lengthen up. So a nice stretch through the left hip flexor, through the front of the spine. And then as we come back up neutral, take the arms back up. One more stretch here. And a side bend to the right. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, hands come down either to your chair or to the mat. We'll tuck the back toes under, step up, and step back to your down dog. Take as many steps as you need to get there. And for that three-legged dog, you can bring your feet a little closer together if that feels more supported. Lift the left leg up. Step it through toward the top of your mat. Option to drop your right knee down. All right, so here we are, and the knee is back behind the hip. We'll do the Tadaka Mudra, but with the other thumb on top, stretch up. Option to bring the hands behind your head, and a little bit of spinal extension back helps us release the front hip. Come back up. Take a side stretch to the left. You can also take the steeple or the Charlie's Angels bind here. Inhale back up. Exhale to place your hands to the chair or floor. We'll tuck the back toes under to lift up off the knee. Step back to your down dog. Good. We'll walk the feet forward toward the top of your mat. Bend your knees, come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Now, chair pose is a squat. You can do whatever you'd like with your arms. You can try some of the binds, the Tadaka Mudra, the Charlie's Angel. You can bring your arms low. You can take hands at heart center. But we're going to hold here at least 1 minute. This is our isometric work for the legs. You could also hold one of your weights in your hands here to give you some additional body weight. But as we're here, we're feeling from the feet a nice pada bandha. So you've got your toes, a little bit of grippiness into the mat. You've got your suction cup underneath the bottom of your feet. You feel this great stretch in the back of the Achilles tendons and soleus muscle. Feel the weight shifting back into the heels. The glutes are braced. The quads are really working. The knees are tracing directly over the feet. You've got your abdominals braced in. Your core is tight. Your shoulder blades are down and back. And your head position is neutral. And we try to slightly tuck the chin in so it's not jutting forward. Let's stay here about 15 seconds more and see if you can close your eyes. Oh, yes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press up. Great job. Okay, we need one of your heavier weights. And I'm going to take that in my right hand. I have my right foot down on the floor and my left hand on the chair, sending my left foot back. I'm in my standing bird dog. So I'm on my right foot. My left leg is nice and active and straight. And I'm just going to spin a little dinner plate size circle with the weight. Now I've got an 8-pounder, which is significant for me, and I can feel that the weight is pulling my shoulder down toward the floor, but I don't want your shoulder to go down. I want you to keep your shoulder blade retracted onto your back. And then spin it the other direction. Circle. Make sure your pelvis is level straight across. We don't want the left hip to start creeping up toward the ceiling. Okay, now we'll pull the weight up 8 times, slow and controlled. 7. Tuck that chin in, looking for that neutral head position. Keep your shoulder blade retracted back. 4. Activate the back leg, tighten the glute. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Step the left foot down to the floor. Rise up. So you should have felt a lot of work in that standing hip. Maybe just shake the legs out just for a second. So modify your weight if you need to, or you don't have to use it at all. We're going to put our right hand on the chair. We're standing on our left foot. We'll take that right leg back. And the weight is just like a plumb line from your shoulder down to the mat. We'll start to circle. It's not a lot of work here in your shoulder, but we're just decompressing through the shoulder itself and just spinning that arm bone in the socket. A little bit of circumduction. Reverse your circle. Whoop. Some balance work going on here too. Check your head position, tuck your chin back. Okay, let that weight just finalize itself right in the middle and pull the elbow up. Now think about returning the weight controlled. So you're not letting gravity do all the work. The eccentric contraction. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Step in. Rise up. You can set your weight to the chair or floor. Shake everything out. Okay, we have a 1-minute plank. You can go use the wall if you prefer. You can use your chair right here. You can go down to the floor where you can use your knees or your toes or your hands or your elbows. Another isometric exercise. So get yourself ready and we begin. So I've mentioned before, the basic form of a plank is a good all fours position, hands and knees. Because what we're looking at is the position of the spine. So we don't want the bum to come up like this. It's not a down dog. We don't want the hips to sag down. It's not an up dog. It's completely straight through the core. No matter whether your knees are down or up, or whether you're on your hands or your elbows. Okay, we've been in the plank for 40 seconds. Let's get another 20. Check that next position to make sure your chin doesn't jut forward. So make the back of the neck long, tuck it in. Breathing normally. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take your time to rest and to stretch. And then we're going to do a side plank. So you can stand up and use your chair for this, but it'll be from the knees. So I'm going to be hands and knees position. So I want my right knee down and I'm going to shift my right ankle off to the side of my mat a little bit and extend the left leg straight out, bringing my right hand underneath my right shoulder, open out into this side plank. So if I'm doing this using my chair, I'm standing up on my right leg. What it really looks like, if you're using your chair, it looks like a half moon pose, half moon balance, or you can put your foot down on the floor. And then we can try to raise that right or left leg up a little bit. If you feel comfortable, do some dinner plate size circles with your left leg, nice and straight, and then reverse. Great, just hold it still. Your foot can come back down. You can even shift the weight off of your hand where you can completely take it away from the mat. That's still a great side plank. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax down. Good. Okay, let's go right into the other side. If If you need a little cat-cow or something for your back, take a minute or a couple seconds, and we'll bring the left ankle out to the side, the right leg long. Get that shoulder and wrist in alignment. Now your hand doesn't need to be up. This is okay, hand on hip, whatever you need to do with your arm if this is bothersome for you. And then if we can lift that top leg up, great, we can make some little small circles. So what we're doing with the circles, we are working the outer thigh for sure, but we're working on core and pelvis stabilization. Reverse the circle, because it's harder to keep the core and the pelvis stable when we have a moving body part. Good, let's hold it strong here. Breathing, check your head position. It's always a great last reminder. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come down. Good. Take any kind of a break that you'd like, maybe a child's pose. Relax here and breathe. And then we'll come back to a standing position up toward the top of your mat. I'm going to move my knee padding out of the way. We can walk up all the way to the top of the mat. Shoulders are back, nice long spine, and breathe. A little bit of engagement right through the shoulder blades. Okay, so we're going to work on dancer's pose. And I'm just going to turn my chair this way so I can use it for balance from the top of the chair. You can use your chair at the top or at the bottom. And I just want to see if you can bring your knee up and reach your ankle and get your knee to come down. So if it's not a good thing for you to access your ankle this way, then we can take the yoga strap. We can just bring it around the foot. I've got a little loop in it, and we can take it like so. In fact, I'm going to stay with my yoga strap. I like it. So all we're going to do is tighten the right glute and push the leg back and bring it in. Push the leg back. And depending on how tight you are in your quad, you might feel a big stretch in the front of the leg as you push the leg back. You could do this without a yoga strap, just by bending the knee, not even holding on to the foot, and doing this action, which is hip extension. So now press it back as far as you can, and we're going to start to hinge forward any amount. You might be able to bring your hand a little lower down. You might be able to do it without holding on to the chair. So this is a balance pose called the dancer. So just channel your inner dancer here, a couple more breaths. Keep lifting that leg up, tightening the glute. Good, and come back up slowly and release that side, relaxing. Just compare for a second, apples to apples. What do you feel in your body from right to left side? And then on the other side, if you can get hold of your left ankle, hold it here or use the yoga strap. I like that because I don't have to bend my knee quite as much, and I still get great results from this. And I'm kind of bringing the yoga strap up over my shoulder. So we're going to press it back and bring it in. Back, bring it in. I feel more freedom and range of motion in this side. I don't know if my quad is more flexible or my hip flexor. I don't feel as big of a stretch as that right side. Okay, let's hold it back and then start to hinge forward. And you don't have to get all the way down to 90 degrees because your hamstring on your standing leg is stretching to be able to do that. So we're getting a right leg hamstring lengthening, a left leg quad and hip flexor. And keep lifting that leg up, tighten your glute. Breathe. A lot of stabilization going in that right hip and the muscles of your feet. One more breath. Exhale. Bring it up and release that side. Great job. Shake everything out. Okay, so after we do a stretch like that, we want to stretch the opposite side. And I want to do a seated figure 4, or if you want to come down onto your back, you can do that. But the seated figure 4 is going to give us an opportunity to work our balance. So come around, have a seat in your chair. And nice tall spine. So we'll bring the right ankle to cross over the left thigh. If that's not okay for you, cross it low. You can still do a little stretch here. And then sit tall. Begin to hinge forward and find the stretch in that hip. Now here's where we're going to work strength of the other leg and some balance. So get your foot underneath you a little more so you can shift forward and try to lift yourself up off the chair. Now this is the knee that is giving me a lot of problems right now, so I don't know if I can take my hands off the chair, but maybe we can try one hand and then the other hand. Or maybe you'll be able to take both hands off the chair. I'm going to stay with a single. So this is a nice seated figure 4 or a balancing figure 4 standing pigeon. All right, let's come down, take a break. Add a twist, left hand comes across that right knee, right hand comes behind you. Just rotate. And to the center. Good, let's switch legs. And open it out. Flex this foot. That's going to protect your knee here from twisting. Sit tall, hinge forward. Ooh, yes, nice and tight on this side. So just enjoy a comfortable edge for this stretch. And if you'd like to work on your balance, get that foot underneath your body a little more, shift forward. Lift your seat up off the chair. Use your hands for assistance. And try not to sacrifice still working your flexibility for trying to do this balance pose. Still want you to get the benefit of the stretch. And if that falls apart when you try to balance, then don't worry about trying to balance. If your fingers are just on the chair, you're still getting the strength work of being up and working that right glute and quad here. One more breath. And then back down we go. Sit tall, pull your chin in, twist to the left. And try not to crank your lower back when you twist. You're twisting through the mid-back region, the thoracic, and then of course the cervical, turning your head as far as you can. Good, and back to center. We'll uncross and rise up. Okay, we're going to do a bit of a sun salutation, and I always give you the opportunity to use that chair to do your down dog, your cobra or up dog, and all of that. So feel free to have your chair right there. We'll do a sun salutation, and we're going to be doing a warrior one with this elbow bind. So standing strong in your mountain pose. Inhale, Charlie's Angels. Exhale, chair. Inhale, back up. Exhale, let the hands separate and swan dive down to the floor or to the chair. Forward fold. Step back to your downward dog. Now, either holding your down dog, or if you'd like to do a half series vinyasa, we'll come forward to plank. You can do it with your hands on your chair. From your knees or toes, just let your spine extend into an up dog, either kneeling or standing, and then lift back up to down dog. And I'm just going to demo that one time on the chair. You can go again with me. So you're down dog, forward to plank, then let the hips drop, a little bit of back bend, but keep your abs tight, and then back to your down dog. We'll lift the right leg, three-legged dog. Bend your knee and try to step it all the way up towards your hands. Now, if your foot only comes this far, grab it and step it forward. Rise up to warrior one. So we're planting the left foot about a 45 degree. Your right arm is by your side. Your left hand reaches behind and binds the elbow. Now that left forearm is going to brace the lower back as you do a little baby back bend here. Now really pull your shoulder blades back. Breathe. Try to deepen the bend in the right knee just a little bit. Good. Now straighten that right leg. Keep this bind and try to hinge forward in a little bit of a pyramid pose. So you're coming forward as far as you feel comfortable. Now you can always let the bind go and put your hands on the chair. On your next inhale, slowly come back up. Rebend that knee, release the elbow bind. Inhale. Exhale, hands come either to the chair or the mat. Push back to your downward dog. You can also drop knees to child's pose here. Option to stay in down dog and stretch, or take your half series vinyasa. Inhaling forward to plank. Exhaling into your up dog. Inhaling back up. Exhaling into down dog. Three-legged dog with the left leg up, stretch, then bend the knee. Try to step the foot forward. Help it along the way if you need to. Plant your back foot and rise up to your warrior one. Left arm is down by your side. Right hand comes back and takes hold of the elbow. Now, if you can't grab the elbow, just put your hand behind your back and give yourself a good stretch. And then take a little bit of a back bend here. And we're tightening the right glute to open up that right hip flexor. Okay, keep the bind coming up, straighten the left leg for our pyramid in the elbow bind position. Or releasing that bind at any time. Comfortable edge in your hamstring stretch. Rising up on an inhalation, rebending the left knee. Release the bind, inhale up. Exhale, hands to the chair or floor, step forward into forward bend. Now take a 2 elbow bind. So your right wrist is going to grab your left elbow and vice versa. And hang here in forward bend and give me a little sway from side to side. Just a nice release here in this bind. Okay, just steady. Now notice, is more of your weight into your heels or into the balls of your feet? You might try to rock forward and back a little bit and see where the center is for you, balanced. One more breath. Then release the arms, bend the knees, chair pose, maybe Charlie's Angels. Rise up, extend the spine, and release the arms down. Okay, 2 small hand weights as an option, not necessary. Take your feet nice and wide through the long edge of your mat. Bend your knees into a small goddess squat. So you can go as deeply as you want. Just let your knees and hips and everything be your guide, your lower back. And bring the weights in front of you with a little soft bend. And take the arms slowly out and down. Good. Some shoulder raises. On this last one, lift up a comfortable height and we'll hold isometric work for the shoulders, for the legs, for the core. Good. You can bend your elbows some right here. That'll take some of the workload out as we shorten the lever. We're looking at 20 seconds. Can we stay there? Good, good, good. Whew, this is a long 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8. Tuck your chin in. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly lower. Slowly rise up. And relax. Good. So we'll come back into that goddess squat position, but this time bring your elbows here. And again, you can do this without the weight. Absolutely. Come back down into your goddess squat. And we'll slowly press up any amount. And we can actually challenge ourselves more by not completely straightening our arms. Because once you come all the way up here, everything is locked and you really don't have the muscles firing quite so much. So maybe just halfway up and down. Now find a place along that range of motion where you really feel the work and hold. Good. 20 seconds. How can you tweak your form a little bit? Are your shoulders creeping up, pressing down? How's your head position? Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the arms down. Press up out of the legs. Good. Okay, we're going to take both weights into the left hand. We'll bend the right knee and then straighten the leg. And you can do just a single if you'd like, but this is a strong muscle group to work. And we'll reach across toward that left side and pull the elbow up and back. So we're twisting the upper body. So we're turning toward the knee, reaching down, then pulling back, rotating with the back body. So the work in the leg is the quad and the glute, a little bit of inner thigh. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, release that. Switch the weights to the other hand. Just start to bend the knee. This is going to be a little smaller range for me on this knee. When I start to bend my knee, I get that bone-on-bone pain. Okay, let's reach it down and pull it up. It's such a dilemma because I need to keep strengthening it so that when I decide to have that knee replacement on this side, I'm not so weak. But strengthening it can cause pain, so it's kind of a dilemma. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Great. So just start to hinge from the hips and bring your weights down, and you can hold them like this so you can actually use them like blocks. Now, if you don't need them for blocks and you can touch the floor pretty easily, just go ahead and set them off to the side so we can do our wide leg stretch, hands reaching the mat. Relax your head here. So now we're going to do that side lunge, bending the right knee and stretch your left inner thigh. I remember years ago, I could come all the way down like that, but not anymore on those knees. So you take it to your range of motion there, pain-free. And your heel can come off the floor if you come really low. And then press back up. Before we go to the other side, left hand stays in the middle or on your hand weight or your block, and we twist. Hand can come behind your back into a little half bind. And then we look up over that right shoulder. Okay, come back down. Start to bend the left knee, coming over to that side. And we're feeling that right hamstring and inner thigh lengthening. Just holding and breathing. Maybe sink a little lower if you can. If I had a good knee, I could. If I were a rich man. Na 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 na. Okay, press it back up. Option to use your block or your hand weight underneath that arm, and we'll twist open or wrap the hand into a half bind. Keep turning your head way up. What can you see up on the ceiling? I think I see a spider web. All right, come back down. And then just hold your forward fold here. Another couple of breaths. I like to do this one with down dog, arms reaching way out. Gives me another shoulder stretch. Okay, we can walk the feet together, kind of heel, toe, until our feet are hips distance apart. And we'll rise back up. Good. Okay, one heavy hand weight. And you're going to hold it straight up and down with the right hand on the top, the left hand under. Take your feet mid-distance apart. Extend your arms straight out. Isometric for the shoulders. And then just turn slowly from right to left. I feel this in my core in a big way. Definitely the shoulders also. One more each side, slow rotation. You can use without a weight, do the Tadaka Mudra or the Charlie's Angel, and back down. Great job. Take a break, switch to where your left hand is on top. Bring the arms up. This time we'll start to the left. You have 3 rotations each side. So as you turn to the right, tighten your left glute. As you turn to the left, tighten your right glute. Oh, this is a challenge with an 8-pounder. One more each side. You're not rushing, are you? And down. Great job. Let's set that weight down. We've got eagle arm stretch to finish. So inhale, open the arms out. Exhale, wrap the right arm on top of the left. We can hold here. This is a bind, or eagle arms is a bind. So whichever one you're doing, absolutely fine. Just bring your elbows slightly over to the left side of your body. You can do it here. And then look right. Now just slide your elbows up and down 3 times through a gentle range of motion. Good, then come back to the center and wrap your arms. Inhale all the way up and then open back out. Cross the left arm on top this time, taking your hug bind or your eagle bind. Bring the elbows to the right, look left. Then slowly slide the elbows up and down 3 times. That just changes where you're feeling that stretch a little bit in the shoulder and in the mid-back rhomboid area on the left side. Come back to the center, unwrap, take a breath all the way up, inhale, and open out. One more chest expansion, so hands can go to your hips or interlace your hands back behind you. Inhale to a little small back bend. Exhale to a forward fold. Inhale back up. Exhale, unwrap the arms. And just do a few head movements that might feel good for your neck. Some rotation. Just to loosen up any other additional kinks that you might have in the neck. This is where I hear that crunchy sound. Started happening after I fell on my head. Sounds like there's sand in my cervical vertebrae. Okay, walk the feet back in. Take one more breath together. Let's bring the thumbs to the forehead. This is the area of our wisdom, our knowledge. When we stay here for a second for positive thoughts, we bring the thumbs to the lips. This is where we speak our truth. And we linger here for positive words. And we bring the thumbs touching the sternum. This is our heart center where we love and care for one another. And we linger here for positive actions. And the joy that resides within my heart honors the joy in the hearts of each of you. Namaste. Thank you everyone so much for joining me. Send me a little note if you can, and I'll send an email and I'll be reaching out to you with the October schedule. Love you guys. Have a great day.